NHL 20 like franchise expansion type of thing. Now we're basically taking the place of 2022 season. The only thing is, this is going to be as if the 2019-2020 season, start everything over next year. It wouldn't let me. Obviously, we can't predict free agency. Plus, the 2019-2020 season hasn't ended either way. So, without further ado, I'm just going to show you a couple things about the team. So obviously I chose to name Connecticut Copperheads. For those of you who don't know, a copperhead is a type of snake. Okay, that's pretty cool. So yeah, basically, unfortunately they don't have copperheads as play-by-play, but it doesn't really matter. So it's just gonna be cobras. Doesn't matter again. We're playing in the Hartford Civic Center, and I'm being realistic here. We would have devout fans, not hardcore, but market size. Actually, I'll make it small. Team's prestige average, national fan base typical, local popularity elite, trust me. National average is putting it nicely, and then concession, I did this stuff so I'll just average. So let's go with, we don't need to see the logos and all that, you saw that. So this is going to be our home uniform. I originally wanted a different color of red for the uniform, but it looked way too much like the Arizona Coyotes, so I said no. And this is going to be our road uniform. Not the prettiest thing in the world, but I'm fine with it as is. We're an expansion team. It's going to be nice. Looking forward to it. We don't really need to see the rest of the stuff here. Roster, arena, I should say, mascot. This is our mascot. So it doesn't really look all that good, but there's no good body for him, so we're kind of stuck with whatever the heck this bear thing is. Show you the bodies real quick if it'll let me. No, none of these. This is the freaking Philly fanatic, basketball player. What the heck even would that thing be? This is like a T-Rex, and no, so we're just going with the one that we have. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it is what it is. I don't know why his number is 88. Let's change that to 0, because a mascot's a 0. Alright, so yes, we're gonna save changes, that's fine, and we're jumping in. So like I said, I didn't want to go with Hartford Whalers just because, I felt like that'd be too original or too boring. I wanted to make a team from scratch. Alright, so obviously I have the Flyers as my favorite team. Don't worry about that, really. So I'm gonna make it Heartland. Sorry, it's not easy to type with this thing. Oh, come on, man. Alright. Just gonna go with Heartland then. I forgot that they limit it. Actually, nah, we'll just go with Heartland. There. Good enough. So we'll go with that. Philly, so Connecticut. Yes. Alright, so because we're an expansion team, it randomly puts me in the West. We're not going to be in the West. We're going to move to the East. And we're going to kick out Detroit because Detroit, was a Western Conference team in the past. And they have more rivalries out West, so it just makes sense. I don't need to touch the West. Now, whenever I do something like this, I always try to change things around and have some fun. So I'm going to kick Florida out. Keep in mind, I'm not considering too much with rivalries, but to an extent I am. I'm going to take Philly and Pittsburgh for the two Florida teams. And I'll keep everyone else as is. So here we go. Owner mode will keep on. Player morale, except for location. So, I don't like Fog of War. That's just one of the things I don't keep on. I think it takes part of the game out. You know, it makes it so you can't really tell. But, you know, you can't see players, basically. I don't like it. You have to scout. I'm not a huge fan of scouting. It takes the game too long, in my opinion. And this is supposed to be a quicker, more fun thing. So, other than that, I will play with the salary cap on. That makes it a little bit more difficult, as you'll see when we get to the expansion draft. There are some good players that will be available, but because of the salary cap, I won't be able to pick them up. Yes, I do have it where I can be fired. Head coach edits lines, that's fine with me. CPU trades, yeah, I want on. Other than that, you know, I'll have it auto staff. I'm fine with that. Free agents, I want to be able to do with us, you know. So, yeah, that's where we're at. Continue and overview. That's fine with what we're at. I'm not gonna freak out. And it wants me to turn off the salary cap because it thinks it's more fun. Yeah, it's more fun, but it's not realistic. So we'll keep the salary cap on. And it's creating the league for us. Takes 20 seconds sometimes to do this, so I do apologize for the wait. But again, you know, this is our team. Our minor league team is the Springfield Isotopes because, you know, Springfield, Massachusetts. We're going to pretend that we bought out that team. And, yeah. So, we're going to pretend that, I forget who recently got the Springfield AHL team because they just ended their tenure with the Florida Panthers. I think it was Columbus got them? No. Somebody recently got them. And we'll see what happens. But we're going to pretend that we end up taking them. But, alright, so, you know, obviously, like I said, it's based off of this it's based off of the beginning of the 2019-2020 season. That's why it says Blues are the Stanley Cup champions. Again, the 2019-2020 season hasn't officially ended, so this is fine. So basically, the first thing we got to do and what our basis of our episode is going to be today is the expansion draft. So, yeah, it's just going to tell us about the expansion draft. You may have your plate full, blah, 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 blah. We'll touch base. Okay, that's fine. I don't really care. This is just information on the salary. So, you know, the maximum salary cap, the minimum that you can have. Most a player can get, least a player can get. So, wow, we got lucky. So, this was the draft lottery. And it always randomizes it, as you can tell. So, we're supposed to get the third pick as the expansion team. They always put us at 3. And we got the first pick, so that's really good for us. As you can see, Vancouver jumped from the 10 to the 2, and Anaheim jumped from the 9 to the 3. Those are both really good. Okay. I'll take it. I've never had the top pick before. So, this is the expansion draft. It's just kind of like... This is just essentially supposed to be the owner talking to us. I don't really care what he has to say, because I've done this so many times. So, if you see in the top right-hand corner, it's loading. Alright, so now it's the expansion draft time. So all the teams submitted their lists like they do in real life. The only team that won't was the Vegas Golden Knights because they are considered a new team. So they don't have to abide with the expansion draft for some reason, even though, you know, they have their own minor league team and all that. In my opinion, Vegas should have to do the expansion team. They should have to submit a list as well because they've been around for, at this point, you know, in real life, 4 years, 5 seasons. I think they should have to do the expansion draft, and I think the team that comes in, the Seattle team, should just choose one team that they don't take a player from. So a team like Ottawa doesn't lose a player even though they stink, or Detroit. So basically, this is just the rules for the expansion draft. I never realized that my screen was zoomed in a bit, as you can tell with welcome being cut off, and draft of 14 forwards, 9 defensemen, and 3 goalies. So, yeah, I know how to make a pick. And then this is options panel. We're not going to worry about, you know, simming the draft or auto-generating picks. We don't want to do that. As you can see on the bottom, though, it kind of tells you... It won't let me zoom in on it, but it tells you, you know, left wing 0-5, center 0-5, right wing 0-5. So, yeah, I'll try to base off of that. I try to have a even mix of players from all around. But anyway... Let's begin with Anaheim. You know, I'm not going to go over every single player that we pick, but I know I did look at some of these guys early on, so I know who's available, what I like. So I just want to make sure that for whatever strange reason, Gibson, yeah, wasn't available. Remember, this is before the trade deadline, so Kasha is available from the Anaheim Ducks. I've loved Kasha. I will definitely, I have absolutely no problem taking him, of course. You know, you'll see there's a bit of right wings I like. Now we get to Arizona. Arizona doesn't exactly have this amazing, like, group of players that I have interest in. But, okay, Darcy Kemper's available. It's a little surprising. I'm just gonna pick him to get started. You know, he's not the best goalie in the world, but he is a solid one. How old is he? I swear I probably looked right at it and didn't even register it. 29. Yeah, we'll hold on to him for a moment. Now we're going to Boston. Boston's got some decent players. Like, of course, Backus, they don't want him because of that salary and his age. So we're not even gonna think about Backus. They have Carlo available. Ah, yeah. See, so Carlo's available, but he's a free agent after the season. So if you pick him, there's a risk. And there's Marcus Johansson. I don't think I want Johansson, though. He's not that good. I'm going to go with Carlo for the time being. I didn't even look at their goalies, but I'm not worried. Get to Buffalo. Of course, I want to get rid of him. He's got a fat salary nobody really wants. Hey, look. A Bogosian, the guy they got rid of. Man, Buffalo. You're giving me the bottom of the barrel to work with here. Okay, we're going to look at Calgary for a minute. Ha! Their starter. I want their starting goalie. See, this is what I'm talking about. So Giordano, he's a really good player. Now, I'm considering him. The problem is he's getting $6.75 million for 4 years, and he's 35 years old. Of course, I like Travis Hamonic a lot too. I'm probably gonna have to come back and see where we're at with the salary cap. All said and done, as you can see in the bottom left-hand corner, tells you cap space, team cap hit. Now remember, the team cap hit is what it's at, but that includes Carlo, who I'm basically gonna have to sign an extension right after this draft is over. So yeah, but no. Also, Sam Bennett's available. I do like Sam Bennett as a center. We'll get back to Calgary. Go to Carolina real quick. Justin Williams, of course, he's available. Hayden Fleury is a guy who I had a feeling he'd be available. Yeah, I don't like any of those goalies. Hayden Fleury's young. He has the potential to grow and develop. So we're going to go with Hayden Fleury. We'll get back to those two teams. We'll go to Chicago quick. Now, as you can tell, teams don't really keep their top defensemen. So you can get good young defensemen in the expansion draft here. So we definitely will be looking at that. And I think I'm going to go with Gustafsson just because I don't want to keep going with defensemen, but we can always go back and change a pick. Just going to go to the end here and look at Winnipeg just because. Yeah, see, again, Tyler Myers, a good defenseman. Now, he's a free agent after this season, so I don't really need him. Andrew Cope's available. He's decent. I mean, he's probably, yeah. Let me look at the goalies and make sure. Yeah, I'm going to go with him. He's probably not going to, you know, develop all that much, but sometimes it's good to just get a solid player. I just saw a guy, too, that I think I might end up going with over Cope, but let's see. Lowry, 2 years older, making more money, a little better. Well-rounded, meshes well. Just make sure there's no personality concerns. So he's got lacks loyalty. Okay, we'll go with Lowry. I don't want a guy who's going to be, you know, unloyal and leave the team, especially because he's a free agent after this season. Alright, so now we're in Washington. Oops, I don't want to do that. Look at their goalies real quick. Okay, no one good. I got Hagelin. Hagelin would be a good leader if this was real life. I definitely would consider Hagelin. But since it's not real life, I think I'm going to go with Brett Conley. I like him. I like having right wings. If I play as a team, my right wings usually score a lot just because of my style of play. So, like, this upcoming Saturday, Patrick and I will be doing a live stream, and we'll be playing NHL 20. You'll see my style of play. You'll see what I mean. Okay, now we're in Colorado. Um, Varlamov's available. But then again, again, another young defenseman that I like. But I think I'm going to have to go with the center here. And of the two, we'll go with Soderberg. I've had him before, so I'm happy with him. All right, back to Buffalo. Now, Buffalo again, they got some iffy players available. Not going to get the best of the best in these expansion drafts. So, I mean, sometimes it's good to just go with a young guy that you don't really care if he leaves or not type of thing. And just, just so you save money on the salary. And I might do that just to be safe. Go with, like, this guy. Maybe. Because there's nobody really sticking out to me as like a big name that I want on my team. Like Scott Wilson's not bad, but we'll go with him. I just, sometimes it's good to save some money because then I can come back and go with Giordano, for example. I'm definitely leaning towards wanting to go with Giordano, but again, they got Rittich and Smith available, so I'm gonna definitely have to come back to Calgary. I wish it didn't keep pushing me back. Alright, so Vancouver, just to look at them. They have some interesting players. As you can see, like, they have Spooner, even Luke Shen, Ryan Spooner, Antoine Roussel. These are guys that... I'm surprised Roussel signed to such a big deal, but... Beagle, Louis Eriksson. Eriksson. I don't even know where to begin with him. If you look at where I'm at, I kind of do need a left wing. And Tanner Pearson's not the best, but he's not bad. We're going Markstrom. We're going Markstrom there. I don't even need to think about it. We're going Markstrom. Go to Florida Panthers here. They have some interesting players available. No one really great. A lot of these guys are like bottom tier, fourth line AHL players in real life. Let's see. I mean, I like Reimer, but I don't see the point in picking him here. Where are we at? We got 3 defensemen. I think I'm going to come back to these guys. I like Jamie McGinn, but the salary scares me from him. So we'll go to the Kings. And again, another good defenseman on the board in Alec Martinez. This is the problem. Like, teams don't keep their defensemen. For whatever reason, they just don't care about them. Oh, Jack Campbell's actually a good starter. He's on a 2-way deal. He's going to get more money after the season. I'm going to have to come back to these guys, too. Sorry about being so indecisive. I want to do the draft through this. I have the comments open just to be safe. So if any of you guys have any suggestions, definitely feel free to drop them in the suggestion. And I'm more than happy to listen to you guys. Oh, they got the Hamburglar. Ha. So, see, another good player that I like, Jared Spurgeon. I can't pass up Jared Spurgeon. Sorry. Alright, I think what I'm going to do right now is... See, I really like David Rittich. He's young. I'm just going to have to go with David Rittich here. If I end up backtracking, I'll go and get Giordano. But, Giordani. But we'll see what happens with that. Columbus. See, Matt Duchene. There you go. There's another example. Duchene and Ryan Dzingel are available from this team. Do I even need to look at the goalies? Oh, hey, look who's actually available. That's interesting. I already have 3 goalies, so I don't need a 4th right now. What the? How do you get Berube? Alright, the Flyers got rid of him. Forgot about that. Fact is, Duchene's going to cost more money. And Dzingel fits into our scheme. I need a left wing more, but I'm going to go with Duchene. I'm more excited about Matt Duchene than Ryan Dzingel. Now, here we are. Tyler Pitlick does it all in real life. In this game, he's decent. But I think we're going to go with... Let me double check the goalies. Yeah. Double check you, because I don't know. Meshes well. See, I like getting these guys that have good personality. Sometimes you can't get them. I think I'm going to go with Pitlick. He's been around the league for a little bit. We're going to go with Pitlick, at least to start off. We might go back and change that in the future. Now, see, Abdelkader is a good player, but the age, salary concerns, and years on the salary scare me, so I'm not going to do that. Franz Nielsen, again, same thing. 4 years, over $5 million a year. No, thank you. I'm not interested in that. Now, Vanek's a good player here. Andy's a left wing. I need a left wing. We're going to go with him. He's on a 1-year deal. If he was on more than 1 year, I probably wouldn't take him. Now we're on to the Edmonton Oilers. Edmonton isn't putting too much great player... You know, they're not putting a lot of great players available. Adam Larson's not bad. He's on a cheaper contract. I think we'll go with Larson. He'd be a solid second line defenseman. Maybe top line, pair with Spurgeon. Now here we are back to this lovely team. And, you know, we need a left wing. He's not good left wing. I don't even know much about him, so I have no interest in that. Oh my gosh. They don't have a lot of talent available. At all. I might have to do with what I did with Buffalo and just kind of pick a guy to eat up room. Just to be able to take somebody else later on. I like someone like, you know, Reimer, but I don't need Reimer. And yeah, I could pick him for trade bait, but the problem is the AI doesn't really like trading for goalies. So, let's go with... I got Riley Shahan. Wouldn't be a bad pick, you know. We'll go with him. Eats up more salary than I want, but... So now, if you look in the middle of the screen here, I'm at 17 of 30 players, so you can see our two left wings, so I definitely need to get some left wings. There's our 4 centers, our 3 right wings, our 5 defensemen, and our 3 goalies. So we're going to go back to the LA Kings. And with the fact that I know I need a left wing in mind, we're going to look at the left wings, and they really don't have any left wings available. But he's not bad. I don't need Alec Martinez and his salary, so we're going to go with Lipsick. Now we're on to Les Canadiens, Montreal Canadiens. Oh, I want Joel Armia, but... we need left wings. I like serve. I'm thinking Andrew Shaw can serve too as a left wing, but I'm thinking I might just go with... I might go with Shaw for the moment, and we'll see if we can find another left wing later on. Oh my goodness me, Wayne Simmons is available. Oh, hey, look, it's a former Wolfpack. See, I'm thinking about Wayne Simmons, in all honesty. But the problem with Simmons, he's a free agent. Yeah, we're going to go with him, and we're going to go back now from the Canadiens, give him back Shaw, and take Paul Byron. Back to the New Jersey Devils. I'm not seeing any, like, amazing talent. Quenneville's younger. He's cheaper. problem is he's not that good. But, I mean, who are you really going to get from this team? You really want Andy Green and that fat salary? No, thank you. I do like, you know, Mueller here, though. First round pick at one point. He'd be a decent pickup for us. Young enough, cheap enough. He'll be free agent after the season. We'll go with him for now. We might change the Mueller pick, but see, another good player that I like. See, they have two good players that I like here. They got Lee and Nelson. We need a left wing more than we need a right wing. Right now, I'm seeing much better right wings available, so we're going to go with Lee. Now, we're going to have to sign him pretty much right after the draft as well. That's fine. And I was expecting Trouba to be available. So, we're going to go with Trouba. I mean, you can't do wrong with that. Because right now, our defensemen, if you look at this group that we have, you know, line one's probably going to be Spurgeon and Trouba. Line 2 is probably going to be Gustafsson and probably Carlo, and then Fleury is going to be line 3 with Larson, and then Mueller right now is our healthy scratch. But of course, there's the AHL, so we'll be able to send guys down. Here we are now with the Ottawa Senators, one of the worst teams in hockey. It's like, who do I really want to take from this team? There's nobody. There's pretty much nobody in this organization that I want. But I do like Oscar Lindberg. The thing is, he's basically on expiring contracts, so they don't really care about him. So we'll go for him. We'll take him. Now we're in Philly. Now, if this was real life, Niskanen would be my pick, hands down, no questions asked. But this isn't real life. So, oh wow, they still have Hartman on the Flyers? That's really sad. That's really sad. I see Michael Raffles, an underrated player. They still have Dave Schlemko. Oh my gosh. I like Lofton a lot too. He's cheaper. He's gonna be cheaper than Raffle. So we're gonna go with Scott Lofton. Now, if you're not a Flyers fan, it's understandable if you don't know much about him. Okay, Pittsburgh. They have some good players available. Look at that, Jimmy Hayes. Flyer, Kevin Hayes' brother. Interesting. I didn't know he was in Pittsburgh. I thought he had retired. Or was at least out of the league. So I don't need another left wing. I'm at 6. I have 5 spots left on the team. And I want to have another goalie and another at least 2 defensemen. And another 1 or 2 right wings and or center. So I think I'm going to go with Ashton Reese here. He's young. He has the potential to grow. Let me look at their goalies real quick and make sure I'm not like omitting Casey DeSmith. I have Tristan Yari. He's got potential to grow, especially as a minor leaguer. We'll take him. We'll take him. We'll go with Yari. See, Brent Burns. There you go. This is the guy. Now, I would pick him hands down, no questions asked, if he wasn't on such a big contract for 7 years. Sorry, no interest. So we will go with... Why not go with Gustav Nyquist? You know, we need, like I said, we need a right wing at this point. You can't get much better than him at this stage in an expansion draft. Now we get to the Blues. We don't need a goalie, but I still want to check and make sure. Yeah, Jake Allen. No, thank you. Perone's available. I'm thinking about him. The problem is his contract's a little big, and I don't want a left wing. I'd have to get rid of a left wing. We need defensemen, so let me look at who they have at defense. Del Zotto, Bortuzzo. Dunn's good, actually. I'll take Vince Dunn. So we have 2 teams left to pick from, and it's, you know, Tampa and Toronto, our rival Toronto Maple Leafs, and the team we kicked out of the Atlantic. See, again, McDonough's a good player. In real life, in fantasy, not really. We do need a defenseman, But I don't want to have this huge cluster of defensemen that are really good on the team, because then I kind of have to trade somebody. And I don't really want to have to trade somebody like right when we're done. But I think we'll take McDonough and we'll try to trade him. We'll use him as trade bait. We'll try to get somebody to take him. It shouldn't be too difficult. If not him, we'll find somebody else. We'll try to acquire draft picks or something. And last but not least, I had a good feeling Kasperi Kapanen would be available. I love this guy. You know, he's cheap. He's gonna need an extension right after. I'm fine with that. Like I said, I like having a strong right wing. So welcome to the team. I know I made some picks here that are gonna be questionable to some of you guys, but it's just how I'm trying to build off a team that I like, how I want to play it. So yeah, that's where we're at. For those of you wondering, that's gonna be our team. I just gotta finish the draft. Yes. So yeah, that's our final draft board on every player that we picked today. Just keep it on the page for a second here. Again, so what we're gonna do is, this was just a draft of the video. Let me double check and see if it has me do like the NHL player draft. It wants me to do draft interviews and all that. We'll do that. We will do that. See, Jack Hughes is available, as is Capo Caco. Like, I think you can't go wrong with Hughes. See, I don't like doing the interview process, but we're gonna do it. Go with play style. I don't really listen to these guys. Just keep asking about his play style. What's your readiness? You think you're ready? Okay, goodbye. I don't care about you. I do. I will be picking Jack Hughes first overall. You know, you can't go wrong with Jack Hughes. If I could skip the draft interview, like I said, I would. But it won't let me skip it. So we're kind of stuck with it. I guess we'll interview like this guy, Coconut, here, because I want to know about your play style. Let's change the topic. What is your play style? What is your readiness? To be honest, I need a few seasons. Okay. We need a new topic again. Goodbye. So he's ranked like 21, whatever. Like I said, I wish I didn't have to do these stupid interviews, but I want to just do them just so you guys can at least... Okay, new topic. No, I didn't want to do that. Dang it. New topic. End interview. Good. So what we'll do is I'll just, you know, I'm just going to do the first, like, 2 or 3 picks, and then we'll just sim the rest of it. So now we'll go back. Why does it want me to do draft interviews still? I thought we did our 3 draft interviews. Why is he starred? Scout recommendations? Why? I want Jack Hughes. Pin. Back. NHL draft. Okay, so I can skip the day now. Expansion draft is over. We have a chance to go with the NHL entry draft. Pro Scouts calling. Let's look at the trade block just so we can see if we get any calls. It only wants to trade draft picks. I don't know how I feel about that. I will, like I said, you know, we don't need McDonough, so I'm going to put him on the trade block. We'll see if someone takes a bite, tries to acquire him. It would be nice for us. Other than that, look at the defenseman we have again. I want to keep the others. So... And let me look at the goalies that we have again. I don't think I need all 4 of them, so we will try to put... put Darcy Kemper on the trade block. We'll advance. Go back, go back. Alright, so now we're here at the draft. And again, we'll just do the first 3 picks. So here we are. Ha, I love their little comments here in the message center. I never thought I would see Ryan McDonough on the trade block, but I guess stranger things have happened. Well, I mean, here's the thing. He was available in the expansion draft, so calm down, buddy. Alright, Jack Hughes first overall. Heck yes, bring it on. So now we just gotta do sim options, sim to next pick. So if I get any trade offers, it'll stop the sim, and we didn't get any trade offers. It just zipped right through. No trades have happened. No major trades have happened because they will leave comments. I like getting actual players. It makes it just a little more fun to me. Oh my gosh, I thought for a second that that guy was one of the, one of my least favorite players in the league. Chuck Brady, Chuck, I should say. See, this is what's interesting. They recommend him, but you look at his potential and it's not that good. No, I don't want to click that button. I want to click that button. So I'm going to organize by potential, see if there's any big names that are expected. See, like, this guy's projected to do good. I don't know why they don't like him. I'm just going to take a shot. And for the record, they just use random, like, NHL players with the last names. That's why Van Riemsdyk's there. So we'll go with him. Don't even ask me how to pronounce his name. So, sim options, sim to next pick. Yep, see, here's a trade offer. So they're offering me for my 3rd round pick. They want to give me their 3rd this year and a 5th next year. I'm fine with that. You know what? Because what I can do is I can bundle that 5th round pick in the future and try to trade it into something else. So this will be our last pick. Again, oh, here I am thinking Bertuzzi's a fake player too. No, he's not. He's actually a real player. What we're going to do is we're going to take a goaltender just so we have a goalie in the minors. They like this Norton guy, and I think I'm fine with Norton too. So either Norton or this guy. I mean, like I said, I like taking real players, but sometimes I don't. So we'll sim to the next round. I just want to see if we get a trade. No, we'll just sim to the next pick. So it's going to sim that pick. I'm fine with that. Sim to the next pick. I don't think we're going to get... I don't really care about these last few rounds. Alright, and sim the rest of the draft, I guess. So draft is complete. It'll show us our players. So obviously we got Jack Hughes. And then a bunch of guys who probably aren't going to do too much. That's fine. So now we're at the re-sign phase, but... we just did the draft, so we're not going to get into that right now. I'll probably do that off the screen. I don't think I need to bore you guys with everything. We'll get the re-signing phase done, and I'll get us right into the regular season by the time the next video will be on. We'll probably be doing the next video within 2 weeks. It'll either be on next week's docket or the week after. We'll see how things go. If you guys liked this video, definitely make sure to leave a comment and like. Just so I know that you guys like this video idea. If you guys don't like it, let me know, and we'll just scrap it from here. But yeah, thanks for joining us. Thank you for joining me here at Heartland Sports. Have a great day, everyone.